And welcome back to the football fans zone. A lot have been actually happening in the Premiership. We have seen Everton being given 10-point deduction. Right now, as it stands, they are fighting the relegation battle. Get into the conversation and share your thoughts. Let's know what you guys think on this matter so far. Right now, Chelsea and Manchester City are the two teams that are basically looking at getting relegated to the Championship or to the National League. Then we have a conversation here. Now, when you look at it, what does it say about football? Yeah, what does it say about football? Because when you look at it, you look at Manchester City, what they've done and where they are right now. And you look at Chelsea. Though Chelsea case is different from Manchester City. Now the question is this: what do you think the fine would be? Because we all know Manchester City, they have 115 charges that have been laid to them. 115 charges. Now, if you take into consideration what Everton actually did that made them got 10 points deduction, then you look at what Chelsea and Man City are actually facing right now. And now the reason why I said Chelsea case is different, and for me, I believe the only thing they're going to do to Chelsea is this: they are just going to just give them a fine to pay when it comes to, I think it have to do with money, because they actually themselves discovered it and they reported it. So I think for that, they are going to just, I don't believe that is what's going to end. I believe that they were just going to just find Chelsea and just ask them to pay some certain amount of money. But in the case of Manchester City, I'm sure if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, United fan, Arsenal fan, Tottenham and the rest, I'm sure you are very, very happy. You're very, very happy, and you can't wait for the decision to be made on Manchester City. And this is something I've been crying about, yelling about, that it is overdue, because I don't understand what they are investigating. But the question now is this: do you think Manchester City are going to be found guilty and sent to the relegation? Do you think they are going to be found guilty? Because we all know that it has been taking forever for them to investigate this Manchester City's issue. And when you look at it, they just won the treble. Manchester City just won the treble. With these charges laid upon them, they just won a treble. So what does that say about the Premiership as a whole? Do you think City are going to get relegated, be found guilty? Because for me, I believe they are not going to be found guilty, which automatically means they are not going to go to any relegation. And the reason being is this: I'm not saying City are not guilty. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this: when you look at the time when the charges came out and where we are right now and what City have done ever since then it should tell you everything you want to know. Because like I was saying to my friend, I said, I believe that Manchester City, all they've been doing all along, selling players and buying players, they have been trying to balance the books whereby they don't get found guilty. And the confidence that Pep Guardiola came outside and said, if Manchester City and found guilty is going to walk out of the club. Tells you everything. Now, the signing of Jack Grealish, does it make sense to you guys? The signing of Kevin Phillips, does it make sense to you guys? To me, it does not. The fact that Manchester City could allow Raheem Sterling leave the club, Jesus, Zinchenko, tells you they are trying to balance the books. But the problem is this: I would really, really love them to get found guilty. The reason being is this: Manchester City have just announced second year in a row of having the highest revenue than any other club in the world. And that is abysmal. It is nonsense, because there is no way, like, United might not be good on the pitch. They might not be good in the football aspect on the pitch, but I can tell you guys, they've got the fan base. They've got the fan base, they've got the merchandise than Manchester City. The fact that City can come out and announce that they have the highest revenue in the world for the second time in a row tells you there's a foul play there. Because I can tell you guys for free, there is no way Manchester City are having incomes than Man U. And that is the honest truth. There is no way Manchester City are having revenue, income than Manchester United, not to talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid are the most valuable club in the world. They are the most successful club in the world, and they have got the highest revenue every year. So these things, I don't understand where it's coming from, and that is why this is something else that actually make clubs or the FA of England look into Manchester City, because it came out. Because when you look at it, do they have the fan base? That's the question I ask myself. Does Manchester City have the fan base to be number one? No, they don't. And we all know that. Yes, even though you're a Manchester City fan, I can tell you guys for free, you guys don't have the fan base. You don't. To have such an income you claim to have. So now, guys, let me know, what do you think? Do you think Manchester City and Chelsea are going to be found guilty and sent to relegation or not? This is the question I just want to leave to you guys, and I would like you guys to engage with me on the comments.